Hi, in part 17 we are going to see how to create the exploded view and simplified representation in Creo. We will see these things in Creo. Earlier we have created one weldment frame. See, this is the one weldment frame. This is the one weldment frame. Then on that one plate, a 10 mm thick Hilum sheet, then M12 bolt and nuts we have assembled. We will see how to create the exploded view. In the drawing we have to represent the assembly sequence or how to assemble these things. So we have to create the explode view. Go to manage views. Here explode, pick that tab explode, create new explode, create new explode, give the name. I am giving name 1. Give enter. Now we have created exploded view. Then go to edit position. We are now going to create the exploded view. See, references. This is linear movement, this is angular movement. We are going to create all linear movements only. I am picking the reference. Here we have to select which component need to be moved. Here we have to select one edge for reference. Reference means to select the directions. See, just I am picking the top sheet. It automatically shows 3 directions. By picking the arrow we can move in all these 3 directions. For example, I am picking the red one, we can move like this. Similarly, in the green we can move like this. By picking the blue, up and down we can do. If we want to move slant without picking the reference, we can move in all the 3 directions. If we want to move slant, for example, this bolt having a slanted edge. If we want to move parallel to this surface means we can select this edge. If we selected this edge, see this arrows changed the direction. We can move along the edge. Okay. Now we don't want this one. I am removing this. Now we know how to move. While moving, for example, I am picking this component, I am moving. See the variation. This is the offset distance. This is not having control. These values are randomly varying. If you want to move by a value, increment by increment, this is motion increment. If you give 50, then the component starts to move by 50 by 50. See 1, see these values. We can control the motion increment here. References. For example, we have moved the component here. Now I want to keep this plate in the default position. Means we have to go to remove this one. Here copy position is there. Select a component to move. I want to move this component. Copy position from this frame. Select the assembly. Give apply. See, it moved to previous position. Close this one. Okay. Now we know how to move the component by picking. Then if we leave the component somewhere, we know how to bring back to default position by doing the copy position. Then we will see how to create the exploded lines. Now I am going to create exploded view for this frame for drawing. First I am keeping everything into like. Now this is the default position. I am going to create exploded view. I am giving motion increment, okay, 50. Then I am starting to move the component. I am going to move the component in this direction. Okay, this is enough. Then I have to bring all the bolt. See, bolts are here on the frame, but the bolt needed to be on this plate. So I am going to create copy position. Just I moved this. In the copy position, I have to select all bolts. Sorry. By picking this shift, you can select all bolts. I have selected all the bolts. It should be on the plate. So I am picking the copy position, this, give apply. Now all the bolts moved to this. Okay, I am close. Now I am going to show only one bolt as an exploded view. So I am moving once again. I am picking this component and moved this like this. This is enough. Similarly, have to show the nut. See, nut here only. I am going to move only one nut this direction. Remove this one. I picked this, keep somewhere. Okay, now if we are placing the drawing like this, okay. Now we have to show the cosmetic offset line to represent the sequence. Just I am remove this one. Just pick the line, the bolt, remove this one. This cylindrical surface need to be matched with the this one and give apply. There will be a line created to show how to assemble. Then this plate need to be placed on the frame. So I am picking this surface need to be fixed on this surface. So I applied, okay. Then this nut to be fixed with the bolt. So I am selecting, you can select here also, or this surface match with this cylinder, give apply. See, we have to keep this and this together. Then we have to enter bolt and nut on the holes. In this way we have to represent. Give OK. After we have to carefully right click and save, otherwise we will miss the exploded view. So we have to do the save option. Now close. See, this is the assembled view. If you want to see the exploded view, just pick, you can see the exploded view. In the drawing we can keep like this. That's all, the exploded view. Then the simplified rep. Okay, I'm keeping this one. Simplified rep. Simplified rep means, for example, in the assembly we have a lot of components. For example, 20-30 components. In one particular assembly we have to show only a limited components. For example, in the 50 component assembly we needed to show only 30 components. We have to create bill of material for that 30 components, means we have to create simplified rep. Exploded view, will be used in most of the drawings. We have to show in all assembly drawings. Simplified rep also useful, but based on the requirement we can use. See, I am creating now the simplified rep. The same manage view we can pick. Go to simplified rep. See, a default representations are there. No need to worry about these things. If you want to explore these things, explore yourself. I am creating one new. Here I am giving A as a representation. Whenever we are creating a new representation, it always shows the exclude. Exclude means all the components are excluded from the assembly. If you give OK, none of the components are there in the assembly. Now I am going to exclude only the bolt and nuts. See, this component we need to show in the master rep. Plate also we need to show the master rep. Then bolt and nut. By picking shift we can select all and right click. It should be excluded, already excluded, so we can leave as it is. Similarly nut also excluded. Okay, now I created rep A by excluding bolt and nut. I am creating one more representation by I am going to exclude this one, the front plate and the bolt. Nut and weld frames are in the second rep. I am creating one more rep new, B, enter. In this I excluded the, okay, everything excluded. In the frame needed to be show the master rep. Then the nut, hexagonal nut, all nuts. Okay, see, only frame and nut. If you want to see all the things, go to master rep. Also we have created A and B rep. A rep means without fasteners, B rep frame with nut. For example, instead of using a bolt and nut separately, weld nut, this is called weld nut, we can weld the nut on the frame. Okay, now I will show how it will impact in the drawing. Anyway, we have not yet started the drawing, but for application I am showing one drawing. For representation I am creating one drawing. Okay, I have selected OB. These things we will see in the detailed part. Go OK. General, I am creating one view. I have created one view. See, if you double pick in the view state, you can see the simplified representation. No need to concentrate these things. Just for application I am telling. In the I picked this in the master rep. Now I am creating bill of material. Now we have 4 components: frame, 12 hexagonal nut, 12 hexagonal okay, see, one frame, 12 hexagonal bolt and nut, one plate, these things. Now I deleted this table. Now I am changing the representation of this assembly. In the master rep we have created A and B, whichever. Now I am going with B. Go OK. See, the representation changed. Now I am creating bill of material. See, only frame and nut. Okay. only frame and matter. This is the application for the simplified rep. Similarly, okay. Now we have seen the exploded view and simplified rep. Okay, thank you.